Hey guys, Keelan here with BPM. If you missed the Zoom Bootcamp, don't worry about it. Here it is right here. So I'm gonna walk you guys through. First, you're gonna do your warm-up, 5 exercises, 30 seconds a piece for 2 rounds, and then you're gonna walk into our mobility, 4 different exercises for 12 reps a piece. Finally, we're gonna go into our workout, which is 3 rounds, 10 exercises, 45 seconds a piece. And then following that up with a mystery thing. So I'll let you guys in on what this was. It is a plank challenge. So you want to hold the plank for 3 minutes. That is the challenge. If you cannot hold the plank for 3 minutes, that's okay. You go into a straight leg sit up. So legs straight out on the ground, torso nice and straight. You're sitting up, hands above your head, or holding a cat or whatever you have at home that you can grab onto. So we did that, and some of you got 3 minutes, and some of you were doing straight leg sit-ups for a longer period of time. That's okay. All right, so follow along. I'm gonna walk you guys through, and let me know if you have any questions. Enjoy. Woo, okay everybody, we're gonna try and do this all in one go. We've got our warm-up followed by some mobility, and then into our actual boot camp workout. So, warm-up, 5 exercises, 30 seconds a piece. I'm gonna run you through them. First one, quick steps. You don't have to step up onto anything, but if you have something, use that, a book, or whatever you like. If you have an old school aerobic step box, use that. So it's up, up, down, down, or forward, forward, back, back, just like this. As quickly as you can. We're just trying to get those legs nice and warm. So 30 seconds, and then we're into our second exercise, which is a pause squat. For our squats, really important. We are keeping our torso up nice and tall. We're driving our knees outward, squeezing our glutes, and I want you to hinge at the hips first to set that neutral spine. Drop into that squat, pause for 1, 2, up, squeeze. Knees out, 1, 2, up, squeeze. 30 seconds of those. And then we're going into our seal clap. So that's basically a jumping jack, but instead of bringing your arms up, you're gonna bring them forward and clap like a seal. Okay, so it's just like that, or if you prefer, arms out, legs out at the same time, and together. Doesn't matter, just like that, like a seal. You can arch if you want. All right, and then we're gonna bring it on down, and we're gonna go into shoulder taps. So, core nice and strong, prevent your hips from rocking side to side. You can widen your stance a little bit, and we are tapping opposite shoulders, just like that. There we go, 30 seconds. Once we've completed that, we're gonna go directly into our inchworm. So, we're gonna walk our hands back, keeping our legs straight, all the way to our toes, touch our toes, walk back out. This time go as far as you can. Woo! Super bad if you can. And then back in to the toes. And repeat for 30 seconds. So, we're gonna do those 5, 2 rounds of 30 seconds. Once you've completed that, you're gonna move on into our mobility. And we've got 4 exercises here to get you better prepared for the workout itself. So, first one we're gonna do to mobilize our thoracic spine is cat cows or cat camels, whatever you want to call them. I like camel better. I mean, who wants to be called a cow? Whatever. Cat cows, 12 repetitions. So we're tilting our pelvis down, looking up, creating that nice hammock in our back. And then we are tilting our head down, chin under, push through the hands, tilt the pelvis under, bring that back up right in the middle, and then back down. Extension, then flexion. Be nice and easy. So 12 of those up and down, followed by a 90-90. So if you haven't done the 90-90 with me before, this one is really good for getting better movement out of our internal and external rotators of our hip. So we're gonna set up in 2 90-degree angles with our legs, just like this, making sure our front heel, our knee, and our back heel are all in one straight line. From here, I'm gonna take both my hands on either side of that forward leg, squishing my knees to the ground. I'm gonna kind of just bow down. We call this a pulse. And we're gonna come back up after we've felt that furthest range. And then we're gonna take our hands behind our back and we're gonna pivot from our feet, opening up through the inner thigh, bring it back down, 90-90 on the other side. Again, pulsing down. And as you do that pulse, try and keep your torso from falling sideways. It's a challenge, but try and stay upright with your chest as you come down, and then back, transitioning, and down again. So we're gonna do 12 of those total, or 6 aside. All right, out of that, We're gonna lie flat on your back, bring your legs together, and we're gonna work on our thoracic rotation. So arms out at the side, legs together, knees should be above your hips, ankles in level with your knees. And you're gonna drop them down to one side, and then up and over, and down on the other side, back and forth, just like this. We're just gonna do 12 of these, or 6 a side, just to mobilize the thoracic spine again, which comes into play a lot in our workouts. Finally, our fourth one is a pec push, I like to call it. So we're gonna take one arm out to the side at a right angle, just like this, and just drop that shoulder down into the floor. From here, you're gonna push through the other hand and turn and look in that direction, and then relax it back down. Push through, relax it back down. You're gonna do 12 on each side for that one. And if you're doing it properly, and your arms out, you should feel some tension through the chest right there. Shouldn't be too much, you don't wanna strain anything, but what we're doing is we're just opening that chest up to allow some better range of motion and some better movement when we get into things like push-ups. So, those 4 exercises, 12 repetitions each of that, and then we're gonna go into our workout. So we've got 10 exercises for you, 3 rounds, 45 seconds apiece, transitioning one to the next as quickly as you can. I'm gonna demo, so it's gonna take me a little bit longer, but once you have this down, just go quickly from one to the next, minimize that rest time. 3 rounds, get it done as quickly as you can, and then we're gonna go into our plank challenge. All right, so the first one is a 90-degree hop squat. So we're gonna go into our regular squat, and then we come out, we're gonna hop and twist facing the other way. So we're doing a 90-degree twist. So it looks like this. I'm down, 90-degree twist, back down. Twist, back down, back down, back down, back down, back down. You're gonna do that for 45 seconds, and try as best you can not to over-rotate, okay? So use your core, engage that, and focus on that squat form just as much as a twist. An alternative for this one would be a pivot squat. So you can pivot to that 90-degree position, and then pivot back, pivot, pivot. You can even go the other way if you want as well. Up to you. So that's number 1. Number 2 is a 2-point high plank. So you're gonna get in our high plank, just like this, hands below our shoulders. Try and get the shoulder blades back and down, activate those muscles, and you're going to point opposites and try not to fall over. So you can see my balance isn't super great today. So for this one, we want to do our best to get the hand and the foot the same height and prevent our body from twisting. So activating those core muscles, using the muscles of the shoulders and the posterior chain, our hamstrings or the glutes, to help bring that leg up to get us nice and even. So it's opposites, lifting. And then from there, we're gonna go to exercise number 3, which is of course everybody's favorite, a push-up. So I'm gonna do these push-ups on my toes, but same thing applies form-wise if you're doing them on your knees. So we're gonna set up, taking your hands into position that are back a little bit, or enough so that when we come down, we have a nice 45-degree bend of our arms out from the side of our body, not 90 degrees, 45. And our wrist is stacked directly below our elbow, okay? So it looks like this. I'm rolling my shoulder blades back and down, get those guys active and out of the way, and then coming down, nice and low, right up. If you want to do them on your knees, from here you can just drop your knees down, and up, and up, and up, just like that. From our push-up, we're gonna go into exercise number 4, and that is what we like to call an athletic burpee. Don't worry, it's not as hard as a real burpee. Or maybe it is, I don't know. Anyway, so from here, what we're gonna do, we're gonna start with our feet in, nice and close, just like this. And I want you to come up into a deep squat if you can, all right? Otherwise, you can lean forward a bit, that's okay. You're gonna kick your legs back, and then bring them in, and as you do, your hands are releasing from the ground, and you're coming up into a squat position. Then you're back down, repeat that movement, just like that. The taller you can get your back, the better it's gonna be for you. We don't wanna have a rounded back as best we can as we go throughout that. From our athletic burpee, we're gonna go to exercise number 5. Again, we're on the floor here, hands below your shoulders. We're gonna go into a mountain climber. So trying to target our obliques, or the problem area, you know. So you're gonna drive and twist your knees up and across. Very important when you're doing these. You're not just driving your knees up. You're twisting your hips to engage those oblique muscles. Those internal and external obliques are not gonna get activated unless you're twisting your hips, shortening that distance. All right, so make sure that you twist and you're not just walking forward while face down. So that's number 5. Number 6, you're gonna come back up and you're gonna go into a shuttle lunge. So for the shuttle lunge, you're gonna start in that lunge position. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, coming down about a 90-degree angle with the back leg. Same thing with the front leg, keeping that knee nice and wide. And then you're gonna transition midair, switching legs up. Looks like this. Back down, and repeat. Alternatively, you can just do a step back lunge and repeat side to side for that time. From there, we're gonna go into dips. So this is where you wanna grab a chair or bench, whatever you have. Maybe you have a plyo box, you can use that. So you're gonna come to the edge, his feet as far away as you can. Make sure that your shoulders are back and down. Get them out of the way. Allow your triceps to engage here. So we're here, lots of bend all the way up. Again, the further away our feet are, the harder this is gonna be. So if you wanna bring them in a little bit, that's okay. It is 45 seconds, so you gauge your intensity level for you. And then we're gonna use that same chair or bench, whatever you have, for exercise number 8, which is just a step up as quickly as you can. So it looks like this, up, up, down, down, up, down, down. You can jump down if you want. So 45 seconds of those steps. And then we're going into our last 2 exercises. Number 9, again, hitting our obliques. We're gonna do an oblique twist. So for this one, you're gonna lean back into a V-up position. Show you from the side here. Bringing your feet off the ground, creating a nice V shape. Really leaning back till you get that engagement of the core and trying to elongate your torso. A lot of people will cramp up, flex their back, which isn't good. So try and stay nice and tall, engage your abs. You're gonna make a fist with one hand, cup it with the other. That's our ball. You can hold something if you want. If you have a medicine ball, you wanna make it more challenging with a weight, definitely do that. You're gonna twist to each side, making sure you're actually twisting your torso again. Remember back from the mountain climbers, we wanna twist our torso, because if we don't, then we're not working our obliques, okay? We're just throwing our arms around like an idiot. We don't wanna do that. We're gonna follow that one up with exercise number 10, which is a very functional movement. It is a hollow hold toe touch. So if you want to get better at handstands, the hollow hold is a really great movement to work on because it engages all the same muscles that a handstand would. So a lot of core engagement. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna lie flat on your back, just like this. All right, you're gonna depress your rib cage, so tilt your rib cage down, and then tilt your pelvis up until you feel the lower back lie flat to the ground. From here, with our arms elongated and the legs elongated, you're gonna lift your head and chest up off the floor and your ankles off the floor, and you're holding there. This is our hollow hold. But we're gonna do one more thing, and that's the toe touch. So we're gonna bring everything into the center, back down, center, back down, center, back down. And we're gonna repeat for 45 seconds. So those are our 10 exercises. We're gonna do 3 rounds through, 45 seconds apiece. Try to minimize your rest time as you go throughout those exercises, one after another with those rounds, 3 rounds total. Once you've completed that, get a nice sip of water, take a little breather, and we're gonna go into one final challenge, and that is our plank challenge. So, 2 things you're gonna do. Of course, the plank for 3 minutes, if you can. By the way, if you do get 3 minutes, make sure you post it up, tag us, let us know that you did manage to get the 3-minute time. Okay, so for our plank, we're gonna do it so our hands are apart. So a lot of you guys do plank with your hands together. We wanna get them apart because that helps drive our shoulder blades back and down and prevents any kind of impingement or anything going on in our shoulders. So, hands are apart, elbow below your shoulder, feet are out, legs straight, bum is down. Suck that belly button in toward the spine and engage and hold right there. If you can do 3 minutes, great. Hold it for the full 3 minutes. If not, you come down, You're exhausted and you're like, I can't do any more abs. Well, too bad. We got one more thing you're gonna do. So if you come down off the plank early, you're gonna do a straight leg sit-up. You can use a weight for this if you like. I'm just gonna clasp my hands together. What you're gonna do is keep your legs completely straight, arms straight above your face. You're going to sit up and finish with your hands directly above your head. Then slowly go back down and right back up, just like that. That is our straight leg sit-up. So that's to ensure that you're actually using your abs rather than your hip flexors. If they're straight, then it's gonna be easier to focus on the core. All right, guys, so that is our full workout. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully we'll see you in one of our other Zoom live classes. If you guys have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out, comment, post, share. We appreciate it, and we'll see you guys soon. Have fun.